Yes. Hello?
Yes.
Okay, I'll try that again. This is class number 2, yes?
Yes.
There we go. Okay. And this is Andrew's second class today.
It's my first. Yeah, so it's class number 1 for me. Should I be here?
Were you not in the class this morning?
Yes. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was there this morning. So this is the second one from this morning, or second one?
Yeah, this is your second one today.
My second one today, absolutely. Yes. Yeah.
God, my anxiety just shot up there. I thought, shit, have I got the people's names wrong again?
Yeah. It's or my twin brother, one or the other. Yeah.
But you were here last week, weren't you, Andrew?
No, I couldn't make last week's one. So I have missed last. Yeah. So
But
this
you
is my
were
first.
so were you here last Thursday morning then?
Last Thursday morning. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, there she is, the director, the executive director. Management's in the house, people. Behave yourselves. There we go. All right. So, Andrew, if this is your third class, why don't you build the container?
I can do. Yeah, I'll give it a go. So I guess go around doing check-ins then. Is that basically it for the first one? Yeah. So,
Wonderful.
Wonderful. I'll start hand it over to Jamie to start with then. Do you want to check in?
Thanks, Andrew. Yeah, I'm doing good. I don't know, my head's a bit all over, but no, I'm feeling good. Looking forward to this afternoon. And I'll pass to Trish.
Good choice.
Thanks, Jamie. Yeah, I'm the same. I'm good. I'm a bit tired today. Not sleeping very well, but I never do. Just it's catching up on me. But apart from that, I'm good. All positive. Looking forward to this, yeah. And I'll pass to Katie.
Thank you. I'm buzzing. I've just done a share for a day rehab, and it's been a while since I've done that, so it's really got me. Oh, come on, Dave. What is it? Coco
Okorosashi.
Coco Risashi. Exactly. It's really got me going. And it's weird because I've got background noise with a lot of management bullshit where I've said for fuck's sake about 20 times today, but that's now picked me up a little bit. So, game of two halves as always. I will pass to Tom.
Thanks, Katie. I'm good. It's been quite busy. I was on here this morning, then I went into another meeting, and now I've just come on to this one, so it's been quite busy, but I'm feeling really good. I had a good session this morning, so looking forward to this container. Thank you.
Great. So, Tom, you read it this morning. Read it again, please, if you don't mind.
No problem. Pre-recording consent. Before we begin recording, I want to make sure everyone is aware and comfortable. This session is being streamed and recorded as part of the UCAT Lero's mission to build recovery capital and challenge stigma. Your personal safety and comfort come first. If at any time you would like your contribution or your recording deleted, please say so, and it will be removed without question. Please remember, take personal responsibility for what you share. This is an adult learning environment, not therapy, mutual aid, or faith-based organisation. If you're happy to proceed, please give verbal yes, or use the chat to confirm your consent to the recording. Yes.
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 Yep. Thumbs up from everyone.
Yeah.
All right. So just so you know, it's UACT, not UCAT. Yep. UCAT's another organization. Yep. So UACT stands for the Ubuntu Academy of Coaching Training, and it's a branch of the Ubuntu Addiction Community Trust, which is a South African public benefit organization that has three objectives: to train people, to empower individuals, to improve treatment outcomes. And we've recently just changed our name to the London Recovery Coaching Campus, because nobody understands what the word Ubuntu is. So to help the colonizers, which is you lot, it's now called the London Recovery Coaching Campus, right? Now get in line or I'll fucking send Katie on you. Right, Andrea,
Hi,
how are you, Andrea?
I'm all right. Been really busy the day, but that's good. Yeah, I just grabbed a quick coffee and I'm here. So I'm sorry I'm a little bit late. I was just logging on because I just literally walked through the door.
That's fine. And Diane, would you like to check in?
There we go. My want me to do. I'm good. I'm good. I wasn't. I've been very stressed to hell. But today I am good. And looking forward to this training. Can you hear me? No, I can't see you.
David,
now.
you're mute.
Yeah, I was just saying, I'm looking forward to this training. And then I realized I was muted. And I'm getting messages here. So let me just send some love to that person and then put my phone on mute. Right. So if you could please update your name and put your job role in your title. So you'll see we have the frightfully posh Andrea, who's a high-intensity caseworker for, what's CF again? Community, what?
Changing futures.
Changing
Yeah.
Futures.
Yeah.
Or Changing Futures, yes, I'll translate. So for Changing Futures up north, yeah. So this is David Collins reporting live from down south in London. So you've got Trish from Recovery Connections in Stockton, very interesting place, Stockton, filled with all sorts of riffraff down there. And then we've got Tom and Andrew, who's from the gambling industry, and then our good old Jamie, whose family loves, what's that called? Strictly Ballroom, Strictly, but, huh? Don't you like watching Strictly with your family, Jamie?
No, I couldn't think of anything worse.
Okay, because when I was with you in Middlesbrough, you told me about watching Strictly with you and your dad. Do you remember?
No, I said about it being on a certain person on there being trans, and then the response of what my dad said.
Okay, okay. Sorry. So from that story, I assumed that you all sat round telly watching Strictly together. Sorry, that and my
No.
thinking's been made like that from Gogglebox.
Yeah, no, not like that.
Okay, all right. So this is a systemic wellness practitioner where your role in your organization is supported by coaching. So how can coaching help you show up better in your role in your organization? And some of you work for Leros, some of you work for existing charities, and some of you are lone cowboys like me. Is anyone lone? No, you're all part of organizations, yeah? Is everyone here getting paid? Okay, so you all get paid some money to show up in a certain way in your organization. All right, so you're not showing up as volunteers. Okay, great. All right. So we're just letting some. Oh, here comes James. Right. Hello, James.
Sorry, I'm late. I've been on a panel meeting.
Oh, posh man. In a panel meeting. When anyone says panel, I think of those 5-in-1 drug test panels. How are you checking in, James?
Yeah, I'm checking in all right. I'm busy. I might have to jump off at 3. I've got someone booked in for calls.
Okay. All right. And James, your role as a prehab coach, is it a volunteer role or are you getting paid for it?
I get paid for it.
Okay, great. So everyone here is getting paid.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. How does getting paid impact your role?
Impact my role.
Yeah, and that's a general question for everyone.
I don't think it does impact my role because I was doing it before I was getting paid. Getting paid is just a bonus.
Okay, great. So you're getting
I
paid.
started volunteering.
Yeah, okay. So you were something you were really passionate about.
Yeah.
So yeah, so kokorozashi is a word that we use in this training about what's your soul's purpose.
Yeah, the feel good factor is what I was getting paid.
Okay.
Helping helping people, help each other, and yeah.
Okay. All right. So it's now become vocational work, where you get something to show up as a vocation as opposed to work. Okay, so it's a bit like a priest gets paid by the church to be a priest and to look after his congregation. Okay, is sponsorship paid for?
No, it's not.
Okay, so it's not paid for with money.
No.
You could say that, yes.
Yep, it's paid for by spiritual kind. So I'm going to share what was freely given to me. Yep. And it's going to work for you. Yep. You only keep what you have by giving it away. Yep. You heard that. You've heard that before? Yep. Okay. Great. So should people be paid for this sort of work? Why?
I think there's a certain level of expectation. Once you're beginning to get paid, you have to, there's KPIs, there's deadlines, there's sort of a certain expectation, a demand that needs to be made. Hence why you get paid for that.
Okay. So what is a KPI?
Key performance indicator. I don't get marked by them, but I know other people do.
Yep. Okay. So the KPIs in our organization is to keep people interested. Yeah, we want to make things exciting so people want to do it. Is that Mark the bread maker in the background?
Is that Mark the bread maker in the background? But
Hello, mate. You look flash as always.
you look flash as always. Flash. Yeah. He said, "Thank you. Good to see you, David."
Now fuck off and leave me alone. Okay. So where I'm going today with this is in your organization, you're being paid to show up in a role, and your organization has a job to do, and your organization is under scrutiny from the funders, from the people that give you money. Yep. Now, in capitalist organizations, private organizations, those are usually shareholders. Now, they might be private shareholders or listed shareholders, but the structure is you need to perform. Yeah. And and different people in the organization get rewarded for that in different sort of ways. Yeah. In the world of academia, yeah, the world of the business is to teach people, and the way the professors and that get credibility and all that stuff is they write academic papers and they do research. Yep. Bureaucrats, they go through the process. They go through like, is this being delivered in the way that the researchers are saying that it should be delivered? Does that make sense? Hello, Daisy.
Hello.
Would you like to check in?
Okay. Yeah. I am doing all right. I've got a rotten cold, so I might mute myself for a lot of this if I'm coughing.
No
Yeah,
problem.
I'm good. Thank you.
Okay. All right. And so just to give, we're talking about organizations now, we're talking about accountability, we're talking about getting paid. Yep. And people in the fellowship get paid for doing spiritual work, and they might receive a stipend that's in accordance with the traditions. Just like a priest might receive a stipend to administer, to not administer, what's the word? To preach. I've forgotten what the word is. Fuck, that irritates me. Okay, it might come back. Okay, and then we started to talk about organizations, like private organizations that are accountable for shareholder value. Then we've got academic organizations which study something and say how this must be done. And because I'm a professor or a doctor or something, this how. And then you get bureaucratic organizations like the government and policies and commissioners and things like that that say this is what we need to spend money on based on the research and based on the taxes that we're getting from the people that are working. Does that make sense to everyone? Do you sort of agree with my very simplistic model here? Yeah. So you guys are now working in organizations which are essentially sitting in the third sector, the charitable sector. Is that correct? There's nobody here from a private clinic or anything, is there? And there's nobody here from government, is there? Yeah. So you're all from the charitable sector, working as people in Leros. Or you've come in fact, you're not Lero. Raw is a Lero. Yeah. Okay, so Raw is a Lero that became a kick. Okay, so you're not a Lero anymore. Now you're a community interest company.
But we're still a Lero
We're
because we're
both.
still a yeah.
Okay, so you're a kick that has a Lero function.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah? Okay. Trish, you got your hand up?
I'm just saying, like, we're a Lero.
Okay. When you say we're a Lero, which part's a Lero?
Well, all of it, like everyone in this organization has got lived experience, whether it be themselves personally or through family members, someone or
Okay.
some lived experience somewhere.
Okay, so what I think Recovery Connections is a peer-led charity. Yeah, which is a different structure as well from we're just showing up to do this for free.
Mm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I just want you all to start to understand the complexities of the system that we're finding ourselves in. Okay, so where I'm working is the fourth sector. Now, the fourth sector has a look at the business side of things, for sustainability. It has a look at the governmental society type of things. Yeah, but is this good for everyone? Yep, and then it looks at the sustainability to get out of the charity sector, which is kind of, please, can you give me something? Does that make sense? So we, and the way that we're working is we're training people, and there's a commercial side to that, which basically means we try and get a bit of money from selling training. We empower individuals to improve treatment outcomes. And we're in a public benefit organization that's spreading around the world. Okay, Andrea, have I bored you to tears?
I'm still here.
Okay. All right. So today's class is a little bit, I just want to kind of like up it a bit for the roles that you have in your organization. So before Katie switched off her camera and really hurt my feelings and leaves me feeling rejected now, she is a director in an organization. So she has
Don't make me
duties.
laugh.
She has fiduciary duties, which basically means she's got to keep her shit together for commissioners and funders and so she's got to build relationships with these sorts of organizations. So going off and going like that to everyone and telling people to fuck off might have an impact. For me, that really brings me closer to Katie because I trust her more. I like the language, I like the swearing, I like the like fucker. It for me, it brings me closer to her. Yeah. But if Katie was on kind of Channel 4 News or something, to behave like that might have some political consequences. Does that make sense to everyone? Yeah. All right. So today's class is about where we get it wrong. I'm not frozen, by the way. I'm just leaving some silence here to let that land. Yeah. So Andrew and Tom, yeah, they are working in a project which is really a what's it called? It's not an experiment. It's a pilot project.
A learning project.
A learning project for working in very, complex, high intensity caseworkers. So they're under the lens of working with real complex people, meeting people where they're at with compassion. Well, let's hear from Tom and Andrea.
We work closely with people to try and who we get referrals from sort of hospitals, people who are frequent attenders and things like that, and we work closely with them to try and improve their circumstances, whether that is to get a treatment, to sort of think about changes. But what's important is that it's like trying to encourage internal change, and it's how do we record internal change, because a lot of us do work with people on a relational level, and that isn't really ever factored that's never really factored in when we're looking for bids. It's always like, give us numbers, and it's how do we record internal change. So that's the big thing, what I'm trying to do at the minute. I've had some, like I said, I've had some good wins recently, and it's about capturing what have we done differently with those people in order for them to access a culture of recovery.
Oh, I loved your body language. I could just see people go, well, what have you done differently to improve the numbers are saying, the facts are saying. I saw you on Question Time there. Andrea?
Yeah, like Tom said, you know, we work with people who are like really high risk. So, you know, they might be the most that turn up at hospitals or the ones that are, you know, presenting at the police stations the most, and they have to have a variety of complex needs. And it's sometimes what we might think that they need to change, or like from an outside person looking at their lives, for example, we might think like, oh God, it's the drinking or whatever, like that's what they need to sort. But then when you actually get to know them and you know you talk to them and spend some time with them, it may not even be that they want to change. It might be something completely different. So it's about finding out what they want, what they want to look at. And you know, it doesn't have to be massive changes. You know, it can be the really small little baby steps, if you like, in the right direction that can make the biggest changes in somebody's life. So we work really intensely with them. We'll have small caseloads, so we can see them, you know, a few times a week if needs be. Whereas obviously other services and appointments and things like that, it's obviously that they don't have the resources to be able to offer what we do, you know. So yeah, it's good work. It's difficult, challenging at times, like, you know, most type of work like this is, but very rewarding, I would say.
Sometimes, like, you might think somebody's drinking far too much, and then when you get to the root cause, a lot of it's been because they're under financial pressures. So we'll find ourselves we're doing a lot of like finance work, getting them on debt relief orders and consolidating debt, and even just little things like that is then affected their drinking. So they've reduced drinking because they're not as anxious, or they've got things in a bit more control, should we say? So it's we wear many hats, should I say? Not
We
just
do, we do. It's like, you know, some people, you know, will have a different sort of system that we work with. Instead of doing like full on questionnaires, we have a different sort of platform that we use. And some of the questions, you know, they're definitely questions that I've certainly never been asked when in my time as a client in any of the services. But one of the things that comes up a lot for people, that I've noticed within our organization is like, oh, people might struggle with their confidence. And then when you get to the root cause of it, you find out why they're struggling with confidence. It's because it's because they haven't got a dentist. It can be something like that. They want
Yeah.
access to dental care. And if they got that dental treatment, that would then help them with their confidence, which in turn would then stop them using the drugs that they're using, because the real issue is they don't like their teeth, or they have issues with their, you know, not being able to access those kinds of services. So it's not always what it might look like on the tin. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, like Tom said, we do all sorts. It's whatever they need. So we'll not know from one person to the next what the work's going to look like, and it might look like one thing on a bit of paper, but then actually when you spend time with that person, like Tom said, it might not even be about the drinking or the, you know, the substances. It could be completely other different things that have just never been looked at before. So yeah, it's interesting.
Jamie, how do you think Andrea's feeling right now? Where's my fucking mute? Unmute.
Yeah.
Picked on me.
Well, it's a very
So the question was, how do you think Andrea's feeling? How did Andrea show up when she was talking about this?
very like passionate about it.
Passionate, huh?
Yeah,
Excited, passionate.
yeah.
Yeah, I would say that was touching Andrea's kokorozashi.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So when you're touching someone's kokorozashi, you can milk the shit out of them. People work really hard when they're filled with passion. Yeah. I say that jokingly, but I also really want to say it from an economic perspective. If organizations can get people to work by touching their kokorozashi, you get way more productivity. If you're getting more productivity, you're getting a good return on your investment. Yeah. Andrea, Thank you. I really noticed your passion there. And I wish we could bottle that and spread it to people.
I know
Because
I felt it myself, like, and he described it perfect, and so did Jamie. What he described exactly how I was feeling, and I was thinking then, God, I'd love to feel this all the time. I'd love to feel it like that's the addict in us, though, isn't it? I like this feeling. I want a bit more of this. Like, and it is like when I get passionate about something, I can get quite excitable, and if people don't know us very well, they can mistake that for all kinds of things. But it comes from a place of passion. Do you know what I mean? And I like feeling like this. It's give us some nice little feelings going on. So I'm glad you asked us now.
yeah, look at you and your buddies all like, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Tom, what values is your colleague showing now? In your what organizational values is your colleague showing?
We're meeting them where they're at, having openness, and I think she's practiced a lot of humility. I think she undersold what she actually does or what actually
Yeah.
we do as a company.
Okay.
It's a lot more goes into it than people think. It's quite hard to describe. I would say definitely compassion, understanding, and meeting the client, meeting the citizens, should I say, where they're at.
Okay, so if you were to write values of your organization and stick them on the wall, you know how organizations go, customer's the most important person, and then you go in as a customer to the organization, you're treated like shit. Yeah, that's called an organizational value mismatch, also known as a fuck up. Yeah. If Andrea, if you were to put a value that Andrea just modeled, what would it be?
Authenticity.
Authentic, yeah?
Big
I would
authentic.
say authentic, passionate, solutions focused.
And a willingness to try other things.
Yeah, creative.
Creative, yeah.
Okay, all right. What did other people see?
Warmth.
Warm.
So, yeah, warmth. Definitely a warmth. Like you could go and speak to Andrea about anything at any time by the feeling you get off her, by the way she spoke about that.
So approachable, warm,
Yeah.
approachable. Okay, great.
Respect and integrity.
Okay. Say more about that, Katie.
You can see that Andrea has that respect for people, meeting people where they're at, and the integrity comes with that. You can see, and like Tom said, actually, that humility, I think that's all rolled into one. When I was out there, if I'd have had that, that would have been great. So all of that to me, she's not talking about people just as things, right? They would feel better if they had the dental treatment. It's going from that perspective, actually respecting an individual. Yeah.
Wonderful. All right. Andrew, what are you noticing here?
Obviously, I'll echo what everyone else said, really, but another one I want to add is probably knowledge and awareness around it. Also, she gave a good broad overview of what would happen in certain situations, and you can imagine someone feeling very safe going to Andrea, feeling like, okay, whatever I have, she's going to be able to either help me or guide me in the right direction to get that and get to the root of the problem, rather than just the surface level sort of try and make you better and send you off. It's a look at the real issues and having that knowledge to recognize that there might be more going on than what is on the surface.
So if you were Andrea's boss, leader, manager, yep, how would you support her?
Making sure that she was supported through any kind of difficulties that come along. I was always approachable, so she'd feel that she had someone to talk to about stuff, because presumably the job takes on a lot of complex issues that can be quite hard to hear at times. Making sure she gets the supervision to sound that out, and making sure that she was safe
Okay. Andrea, how does that sound?
Well, I was just a bit uncomfortable hearing like all the praise. I was like, oh my God. That felt uncomfortable at first. But that's my shit, that.
No, it's our shit, Andrea. And the reason why it's our shit, if you don't fucking let the world know how bright your light is, how the fuck are you gonna show the way for anyone else? You have a burden of duty to fucking own your brilliance. I'm gonna say that again. You have a burden of duty to own your brilliance. Oh, I want to cry. I really want to cry because like fucking you're going into dark places. We're all going into dark places. Yeah. And we must stop underestimating how much value we bring to the world. It's fucking dark out there.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Mm. Fuck, this shit just got real, huh? That's my humor coming up because I feel a bit anxious about, oh, fuck. But I really meant that.
Can I just say,
Please.
in with my team, sometimes, I mean, even myself, sometimes they doubt themselves, and they'll like they'll let me give you an example. So there'll be an appointment, and then they'll come back from their appointment and like, well, this is what I did, and they doubt themselves. And I always say to my team, like, so long as you can go home at night, know you tried your best, did everything you possibly could that's in your power, because not everything is, then you've done everything you can. So, like, you need to realize that you've just made a difference in that person's life. Like, open your eyes to it. Yeah.
And how does your team take that?
They always, what do you say to me? They always say, like, I should be a motivational speaker and that, because I always, it's me, David, it's me. I always put everyone, and I say, look, it's hard what we do, and we have the weight of the world on our shoulders sometimes, and we care. And sometimes, because we care, we get hurt.
Okay.
And it's just about stepping up and trying our hardest. And as long as we're doing that, then we're giving the best version of ourselves, and we're projecting that. So, well, I shouldn't project, should I? But you know what I mean? Like, it's like other people can feel that, and they can see, because we care, we show we care. People see we care, and they value it.
Okay, so let's just go back to this role playing now. So Andrew is a leader of this organization. The people that you are leading are going out there and they're getting hurt because they care so much. What are you going to do about that? In the deep end, Andrew, and just yeah.
Need to ask for a pay rise. Yeah.
Sorry?
Need to ask for a pay rise.
You need to ask for a pay rise, damn straight. Good call. This is beyond my pay grade. Good.
Absolutely. Yeah. I guess it's important that making sure that boundaries are in place initially. If people are getting hurt, it's giving them somewhere to go to where they can get support as well. It's very important to have that regular support and that regular contact with someone when you're dealing with difficult situations. I'm going by my own experience of being the person that needs support rather than the person, being the manager side of things. So yeah, having a regular contact, regular check-ins, and having that space for them to have their to be able to offload and have that supervision where they can, and support elsewhere if they need it as well.
How does that feel for the rest of the container? Trish, you were nodding there. What were you?
Yeah, I agree, because it's like a container. It's good to have that safe space where you can just vent. If you need to vent, do it. Like sometimes we need to offload, and that supervision is a perfect opportunity to offload. And then, as like from like my team lead's point of view, he would make sure I get the support if needed from whoever I need it from. So I think the supervision is massive. It's definitely needed.
So Andrea, you're nodding there. Do you want to build on that?
Just about supervision and the importance of that. That's what I was nodding with. Like it really is vital to any role that any of we're doing, in my opinion. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So thank you for that, Andrew. So Andrew's your leader here. Let's bring James in as the community supervisor. Okay. So James, everyone's arrived for supervision today.
Right.
Okay. Are you okay to kind of role play in a way to just kind of work this stuff out together?
Yeah. So what is it I'm doing?
That's a very good question. Okay, so the team here is asking for supervision. Trish said it's important to kind of create a container where we can just vent. Yep. When Andrew was giving feedback about from a leadership perspective, he tapped into his own lived experience from when he was in that position. You remember that? Andrew saying that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then when we went back to Trish, she said, well, create a container and have supervision. So I've just brought you in now as a supervisor to help with the safety of the people that are working in this field, that are incredibly passionate. Yep. And I'm going to say traumatized and stigmatized from their own past and mea culpa. Yep. So I have terrible self-esteem issues because of my past, which still live with me and show up in a dysfunctional way in my organization as a leadership.
Right. So so why do you feel that way?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, you personally.
Oh, because it was a fuck up. You know, I've got, there's a whole lot of stuff from going to school, being dyslexic, my using substances, having, a whole lot of traumatic experiences from that. Not fitting in to the world. I have immense fear and anxiety that I'm going to be shamed and ridiculed publicly again.
So do you want to go back to the not fitting in bit?
Yeah, we can do that.
So did you say not fitting in school?
Definitely didn't fit in at school until I started taking drugs, actually. Once I started taking drugs, all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, fuck, I've met my people.
Yeah.
This is it. I'm a part of. I've arrived, man. I'm never stopping this shit, motherfucker. I'm going.
Mm-hmm. So I remember when I felt like that, and then I ran to the drugs. I thought it was helping, but I was just running away from all of that shit.
Mm.
And then when I put the drugs down, all of that shit was there.
Hallelujah, we've arrived.
I was that scared little child in school, not fitting in. you know, and like the drugs helped me. It helped me with coping with all that until I actually got to the root of my problem, got to the root of why I used, and was like yourself, the not fitting in, looking for approval from people, from my dad. And I used to blame everything on everyone else. It's everyone else's fault, when in reality I had a choice. So I can relate a bit to you. And the stigma, like, so why do you have the stigma in work? What do you do for work?
Well, but I mean, if you're asking me, I think my stigma is it's internal stigma. I think I stigmatize myself. I've got a big academic wound that I haven't got the pieces of paper that go with it. So there's something that says I'm not clever enough around it. Yeah, in those circles, I feel left out.
Mm.
And angry as well.
Well, because you don't have the bit of paper.
Well, there's that, yeah, there's a tension there.
Mm. But the bit of paper for me, I would say, I would give you any advice, is meaningless, really, isn't it? If these people haven't lived it, if they haven't been through it, because I know I wouldn't take advice from people who haven't been through it. They have all these bits of paper, these names next to their names. I don't want to take advice from it. I want to take advice from someone who's been where I am.
Okay. So this is where I'm going to come back in and just talk about the importance of lived experience working with professionals and people that are way more learned than us. Yep, and we've got to try and break the them and us thing, and to be more like, fuck, we're all in this together. I completely relate to what you're saying.
But from a work point of view,
yeah,
like I get you. But as me coming into recovery, thinking fuck the world, everyone around us, especially professionals, I want someone who's been where I am. So I'm coming from someone first coming into recovery.
So can I just say on the back of that? That's where I feel like it shouldn't be them and us or me and you. It should be all of us, because it works much better if we work together. So the professional thing, for instance, so I'm lived experience. So somebody who needs to speak to someone with lived experience and like kind of knows our feels and get it, then yeah, I can give you that conversation. And someone from, say, over the other side of the building from CGL hasn't got that, would come to me and say, I've got this person, would you mind jumping in with us? And vice versa. So if someone came to me and they told me, like, I'm drinking X amount of alcohol, I want to start reducing, I wouldn't be able to say to them, well, this is how much you'll need to reduce every day, because I'm just not qualified to do that. So vice versa, I will go to them and say to them, I need your advice on this. So I just think it should be like, in an ideal world, it should be just united, because some things I've got CGL has, and some things CGL has got I haven't.
So Trish, I just want to come in and just I don't want to say correct, fine tune.
Yeah.
You've got professional lived experience.
Yeah.
You're being, it's not lived experience, it's professional lived experience.
Right, okay.
People have invested in you to show up
Yeah.
as a professional.
Yeah.
And you have been trained to keep your personal opinion to yourself
Yeah.
around your personal detox, and to go, that's out of my scope of
Yeah.
practice. Let me refer you to a professional
Yeah.
who I've got good rapport with,
Yeah.
and I can understand that my person here, yep, is resistant to that. Let me be a bridge.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, that's
Wonderful.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Jamie.
Yeah, just off the back of that, with like fitting in and stuff like that. Like half my life was based around trying to fit in and putting on 1,000 different masks for which group I was with. And I still do it now because I feel like I've got imposter syndrome with now working within this sector. But like, I think the thing is, like, we all try to fit in to be the same people as the people around us. But the thing that we should be doing is just not giving a fuck about fitting in. Because at the end of the day, if we're all the same person, it'd be a very boring place. And like, if someone says to me now, like, oh, I don't know, like you said about, oh, you try to fit in with different groups. If there's a group that you're having to force yourself to fit in with, then there's no point even needing to be in part of that group, because that's not your true self. And you're just, I don't know, faking that the responses that you might give to people, or not showing your true core values and beliefs, because it's all just a facade. I don't know where I'm going with this, but I don't know, like, so as Trish said, like the other day, I said, oh yeah, you should be a motivational speaker and that, because of the fact of putting people up. Like, I did a group this morning and I thought it went to shit because the actual work that was supposed to be done, like within it, hardly any of it did happen, but we still had good conversations with the people inside of that group. But my brain going, well, I haven't gotten through this and it finished about an hour early,
Okay.
is I haven't done that right.
Okay. So let's go back to James. James, are you okay to carry on with this in this pretend role?
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Okay. So Jamie has come to you, yep, and has said, listen, I did group today. Yeah, we created a container. We had some material we needed to teach, but the container took it completely the other way. I don't feel like I'm doing my job.
Right. So how, like, what do you mean the container took it the other way?
Like, so we're doing recovery to wellness
Yeah.
this morning, which we've got like slides and stuff to do it with. And to be fair, it's a whole mix up at the minute. It's like we're trying to implement a new timetable and all this. So it's all of our heads are all over the place at the minute. So what people thought and like was just a coffee morning sort of thing, because it's been like that for the last however long, we're now implementing structure inside of it. So not only is it new to us, the whole material, it's a whole change for the community members coming in and thinking, oh, why can't we put music on the TV or whatever anymore? And it's now come and sit down in this, not circle, but in a closed area of the room and get on with this, so to speak.
Was it the first time you delivered recovery to wellness?
No, it's been like maybe fourth or fifth time now, but I don't know. It's just, I think it's hard to, like, in a culture of addiction, you're in change constantly, and it's always up and down. So, like, I think with people coming in expecting one thing and then realizing that it's not that and it's something different already before you've even started the group can be a bit of, yeah, challenge.
Yeah. But that shouldn't make you feel like you've done that, because you've still gone in there, you've delivered the program, you've done your bit. Not only do you take the time to do the coffee mornings with them, you've went in and took yourself out of comfort zone to deliver this program to these.
Yeah.
So I want to jump in here quickly. What James has done very well is hold you. He said, he asked the question, what do you mean this didn't? So he was looking for clarity with what you were saying. And then he's reframed your interpretation of it in a way that, like, you still showed up. Yeah, you still delivered something. It might not have gone as the way that you planned. However, you were still there in part of the process. And what I like about this as well is you're not doing this in isolation. This is a team effort. So you were there, you weren't acting as a lone ranger. You had Trish with you who's aware of it, and now your supervisor's aware of it. Yeah. So this stuff is happening out in the open.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to everyone? Now, one of the challenges with people with lived experience that come from these kind of traumatized backgrounds, yeah, and that's not necessarily drugs. Yeah, it might be other things. So, for example, the clinic is run by two Muslim women, Fatima and Marida in South Africa, and they hate to give me bad news because they've been conditioned to fucking grin and bear it and to kind of suffer along. So when things go wrong, they go, oh no, we can't tell David, we're going to upset him and he's going to get cross. So let's keep quiet and keep it to ourselves. And then the problem manifests because they haven't got the voice, or they haven't been given the opportunity to practice expressing that voice. Does that make sense? Yeah. And if people in recovery are always like, well, what are you doing? Where are you going now? What are you doing now? Who's that for? Where are you going to see? Like, you know, that it gets a bit like, oh, fucking hell. Yeah. James, thank you for that. And thank you for letting me throw you in the deep end.
You're welcome.
And I just want to commend you as well for the way that you're engaging on the SpeakApp platform and using the technology, and you are always first there. That is so impressive and helpful. And how's the dog?
A little shit.
A little shit. Okay. So part of trying to get people to make use of the IT stuff is to bring some game playing to it as well. So when I ask you to post pictures of your dog and that, and to try and make it a bit fun, it's also a way of trying to teach and develop the organization. So when you're working with your clients or something, you're trying to get information about them for the report, yeah, you can actually sometimes do it in a very creative way that still matches up to the report. You don't actually have to deliver it like, okay, class, sit down. Okay, what is your name? Name your adverse childhood trauma. On a scale of 1 to 10, how is this? And you go through it's fucking traumatizing, that shit. Does that make sense? I'm telling you, Andrea would kind of go meet someone in the street, and I'm gonna get this really wrong, but I'm gonna try it anyway. She'd go, "Oh, where, man? What's happening?" Yeah, and sit down with them and go, "Oh, I used to," and build rapport in that way. And then when she goes back to fill out the report, it would be like, I built rapport with the client by speaking in the local dialect, which match the cultural competencies, which means I'm trauma informed to build rapport. Do you know what I mean? I'm very excited. I'm foaming at the mouth. All right, it's 3 o'clock. Let's take a 10-minute break, yeah?
I've got to
Look.
jump off now. I've got a phone call to make.
Okay, James, well done, mate. Thank you. I got a very soft spot for you, mate.
Thank you.
All right, everyone. I got a soft spot for everyone, but James is extra soft. All right, see you all in 10 minutes. Right, I'm back. Is anyone else taking this training seriously, or are you just fucking around? I'm only joking, Daisy. I'm only joking.
I'm just fucking around.
Oh, well done.
I love that. Go on, Katie.
Go on, Katie. Andrew, how are you doing, mate?
I'm canny.
No, that's Andrea. I said
What?
Andrew, but
I've always said Andrea. It sounds the same to me.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm canny too. Yep.
you Kenny too. Has Kenny got multiple meanings?
Not really. It's
No.
just canny. Just
Okay.
canny.
Okay.
It's like nice.
Cool. All right. Okay, let's answer
Yeah.
Jamie's question first. What's your question, Jamie?
So with the online training on the
Yes.
website,
Yes.
is it done through Teachable or on the Speak app?
So the teachable stuff is the online self-study material that you need to go through.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. And at the end of that, you will get a certificate.
Right.
Okay. If you click through everything and you don't read anything and you get the certificate, that's fine. Yeah?
Yeah.
But we'll have a piece of paper saying that you went through the material and
Yeah.
that we've delivered the material. The online Speak App stuff is our own community of practice where we work as a campus supporting each other around that.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. When it comes to certification for you, because you work at Recovery Connections, yep. Recovery Connections has been audited by us at Maoni, yep, on how you show up.
Right.
It's part of your daily work to write case notes, sign a code of ethics, to do risk assessments, do all that sort of stuff. So if you click through all the stuff and you get that certificate and your manager signs you off as good, yep, we are happy with that.
Right.
Yeah. And the reason we do that is not everyone can go through and do the online material. And we're trying to make this as inclusive to as many people as possible and maintain the professional standard. Yeah. So whereas like in the world out there, you'll get a business that sends people off to training and they don't go and do the training, then they come back to business and everything they learned on the training doesn't get implemented in the organization. We've essentially partnered with your organization to see how the training can fit within your role in the organization.
Yeah.
Yep. And we've set up in the Speak App platform a separate room for Emma to hold containers to assist students with questions and that sort of stuff.
Right.
Yep. And that is part of Emma's certification to be a master coach in our style of work. I mean, Emma's worked really fucking hard at this. Like, I mean, ask Trish. She's been neglected for months because we've taken Emma into the cult.
I think David sees Emma more than me.
And I think I
So
do.
is it cool? You're
No.
on about that.
We're a proper cult.
No, we were on about earlier.
Because right, David, right, he's be open and honesty. What he's on about there is like Eve asked me what pilgrimage was. And I could, like, I know because Emma's taught me a million and thousand times that she's done pilgrimage and what it's about, but I couldn't explain it.
Okay. So I'll explain it in a minute if you want to know. But let's just do a check-in. Let's build the container. Yep. Andrew, are you good to start?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm enjoying it. It's been a long day. I'm getting a little tired now, but I've got another 45 minutes left in me, so I'm all good.
Yeah,
And
he's
I'll-
going there. Fucking hell, 45 minutes. Oh God, fucking hell.
I'm not there yet. No, not quite. I'll pass over to Diane.
Can anyone lip read here?
Oh, wait.
There we go.
Sorry, I can't see. I was emailing Emma and I can't see without my gigs on. I can only see out of one eye. That's better. How am I feeling? Oh, I'm good. I'm good. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying listening to everybody. I loved Andrea's explanation about what she did. That was, I think, we were all buzzing at the end of it. But I caught it. I'm like, oh, that sounds so great, so great.
It's infectious, sir.
What? Yeah.
It's
I'm going to give
infectious.
her. I'm going to give her a star. She doesn't want it, but I'm going to give her it. I get a little frustrated in my role sometimes because I can't do in my role what I'm learning to do and what I've got experience in. So hopefully when I get this coaches training sorted, I will be able to do all this stuff.
And what is your role? Just
I'm
remind us.
program support. So quite often, so I'm sort of the eyes and ears, but literally in charge of the building and helping out and stuff. What was sort of sold to me when I got the job isn't actually what I do. But sometimes if something comes up, I get told to leave it to the coaches. And I have to say to the residents, you'll have to speak to your coach about it, which doesn't sit right with me at the time. I have to do it because that's my role, my job. But for me, if they need something there and then, they need it there and then. They can't wait till their coach comes in. So I can be a listening ear, but I can't do any of the coachy stuff yet. So I get a bit frustrated with that. But I'm hoping when I get this, and I've got some time off soon, so I'm going to get really stuck into the online stuff. Because I'm really waiting to get into that, which is difficult to do at work because I could get into it, start it, and then it's, Di, can you do this? Di, we need this. So I get pulled back and forward from it, so it's easier for me to do it at home. So when I get my time off, I'll be really in there, hopefully. But it's all part and parcel, you know. Some days depends on how much sleep I've had, depends on what goes on in there, whether I get a bit stressed. I thought I could handle stress. Yeah, I can. Not always. Katie's smiling at me, bless her. But every day is a learning curve, and I love learning, so I'm good, really. Yeah. I don't know what I'm trying to convince me or yourself.
Thanks. Who are you tagging?
We'll tag Daisy. Oh, Daisy, she looks poorly.
Thank you. I am poorly.
Morning.
I'm good.
Morning.
I know. My brain's not here. No, I'm enjoying being on here. And yeah, I'm okay. I'm gonna finish this and then have a nap, I think. But yeah, it's all good. I will tag Jamie.
Thanks, Daisy. Yeah, I'm doing good. Got clarification as to what I'm doing now, which is extremely helpful. But no, I'm doing good. looking forward to the second part of this and actually getting on with the online training finally. But yeah, enjoying it. I always enjoy spending time with you, David, and the rest of you all.
Who are you tagging, Jamie?
Tag Trish, who's next to me.
I feel good. I feel I've got a bit more energy now than I did in the first half, and I think it's just listening to everyone and knowing that everyone's like just passionate and absolutely love what they do, and like it makes me happy, and it excites me that like although we're all different organisations and we've all got different roles, we're all aiming for the same thing. Yeah, I just love it. I love everything about it. Recovery just keeps on giving for me. And it's like times like this that I like had to do a bit of reflecting and realise like how lucky I am to be involved in all this. So yeah, I'm great. Thanks. Is there anyone left to tag?
Katie and Tom?
Tom. I'll tag Tom.
Thanks, Trish. Yeah, I'm good. Feel a bit tired now, but I'm really enjoying it. I've enjoyed the topics that have been discussed and looking forward to see what happens now. And I will tag in Katie.
Thank you. Reflection on that first part, the Coco Rosashi, I've just realised how much I use that. People I work with, I get that, I find that, and that's how I'm not going to use the word manipulate, but there's definitely a little bit of manipulation there. That's how I encourage and infuse people to do what they want to do. I tap into that, and I've just realised that that's what I do. I kind of just do it, but I didn't realise that's what I did. So I like that. I like that recognition. I feel really good because the coaching that I do, I feel is going really, really well. But there's so many elements to my job. So I have the things that go really well, and then about 20 times today I've gone, oh, for fuck's sake, literally for fuck's sake. It's such a game of two halves that I have to manage those ups with the not downs but frustrations. So a bit of mixed emotions. And someone who often sends me silly stuff has sent me a word which I'm going to share because I think it's great, and it's contempt. Basically the silent rage that builds when you're surrounded by idiots and you must remain polite. Contempt. I'll leave you with that. And I think, Andrea, you haven't checked in, have you? Or have you?
Well spotted. Like I said, I'm canny. I am enjoying today. Got a little bit of an energy boost this afternoon, and yeah, it's been really enjoyable so far listening to everybody, and yeah, I'm in a good place.
Now,
Thanks.
Andrea, do you remember your energy when you first joined these calls?
What,
About six,
in the beginning?
the very beginning, yeah.
I was probably quite quiet, I would imagine.
Quite quiet. Is that what you call your resting bitch face?
That's one way of describing it, I guess.
Yeah. It's really nice to see how your energy has shifted over the past 6 months. It's lovely to see. All right.
I
all
was
right.
just actually thinking, I wanted to add that because I was going to say that in my check-in about Trish. I see how much you've come alight in the past few months, really got into it more. It's lovely to see, isn't it?
Tracking people. So not only do we track our citizens, yeah, but also our work colleagues that we're working with. Yeah. So just to answer Trish's question quickly, that was a bit of a tongue twister. I felt pissed. To answer Trish's questions quickly, is the pilgrimage is a 6-week commitment where you spend 42 days attending a meeting at 6 o'clock in the morning in the UK and holding space. And the idea of it is to priests, when they get tired from serving and ministering, that's the word I was looking for earlier, and they lose their faith in God, and they can't say anything to the congregation. They go on a pilgrimage to restore their spirit. So we've taken the same idea here and it started in 2014. I'd lost my faith with the recovery industry. I was in a place of mental health darkness, and I knew the only way to restore my spirit was to go off and help people, which is very kind of 12-steppy, but I was so fucked off with the fellowships and the enmeshment between 12-step treatment and the treatment industry, that environment wasn't working for me anymore. So I went off on a pilgrimage, and each year on the 2nd of January, I do this 42-day pilgrimage where I just go with, oh fuck, so I'm meant to go over here now. Yeah. And I've been on some interesting places, but as part of the training now, so Trish's partner Emma did the pilgrimage last year, for herself, where she held the space for 42 days. And then what it shows us, what it becomes evident for, is somebody can be committed to do something, to show up regardless and hold the space. So not only is it a personal internal journey for her, but us as a community, we're able to see if somebody's dedicated, because we are dealing with people's fucking lives here. Yeah, and often people think, I'm volunteering, I'm not getting paid for it, it doesn't matter. That doesn't work like that here. Yeah, this is the stakes are high in this game. Yeah, and so that's essentially what it is. It becomes a cult when we take in your vulnerability, or we make you vulnerable and then fill your head up with our doctrine. So the way negative cults work is they take people in, they take them through an ordeal of some sort, and when they're in a place of vulnerability, they indoctrinate them with their beliefs and dogma. Yep. And one could argue that the fellowships are a bit like that, because when people are desperate, they go to meetings in a very vulnerable place, and then people fill them up with the dogma, and then people trauma bond because, oh my God, these are my people. Yep. But I'm a bit cautious of going too much into that, because that's I mean, it becomes a topic, and I mean, you could say that therapy's a cult and a whole lot of stuff. But when Katie said using something to manipulate someone once you find their kokorozashi, a lot of therapy is, I mean, basically you're trying to manipulate people not to take drugs. But when people kind of realize that there's so much more to life than taking drugs, and you give them a sense of meaning and purpose, the desire to use gets taken away. Yeah. And I don't know about you lot, but I didn't need anyone to convince me to take crack. Yeah, I did it quite willingly, or any drugs. Yeah. Do you want to get high? Yes, please. Nobody kind of pushed me or tricked me or fucking knocked me over a head and drugged me and took me into. Yeah, I very willingly, as a troubled teenager, walked down that path. Yeah. Nobody pushed anything on me. And I think there's a lot more people out there that have had that journey than people like, dealers hanging outside schools and giving kids sweets that are laced with drugs and get them addicted. And like, I don't know, maybe your experience has been different, but
I don't think it's different, but I think for me personally, it's more accessible. Alcohol is more accessible. So although it's not dealers outside the school, it's still a shop on the corner.
yeah, exactly. There's shop on the corner where alcohol is freely sold, and alcohol is a legal drug.
Yeah, a drug
Yeah,
killer.
yeah. Well, we know that, but it's so socially acceptable. But we don't look at alcohol in the same way that we do look at cocaine
See,
or
I
yeah.
do. I think addiction's addiction,
Yeah,
and
we might see it that
yeah,
way, Trish, but the way that
other people,
society
yeah,
out there, yeah,
yeah, I get that.
yeah, and yeah, and let's not go into the prescription drug side of things because we could, but we won't.
No,
Anyway, so what do we learn today? What are we learning? What are you learning about your organizations? What's helpful and what's going to take your organization to the next level?
I've learned that we're all a cult.
Yeah.
No, I've learned that we all, no matter what job role it is, we're all aiming for that same thing. So, like, with Diane saying that what she's currently doing might not be what she's wanting to be able to give to the people that she's supporting. At the end of the day, she still wants to know how to support and the right things to do in order for that to be possible, if that makes sense. And same with myself, is that it's learning
So what I need to
how
do to take myself to the next level in my organization is
just keep learning.
just keep learning. Okay, great, cool.
Yeah.
Which is much better than telling Diane what she needs to do in her role.
Well, I don't know what that might be, but it's
Yeah, no, I'm being flippant here. What I do want to do is I want to come back to Diane and to say that in your support role, kind of filling the plugs, yep, holding that space between when we're like working in a rehab, somebody comes and talks to you. You might not be the official coach, but you are still holding space and you are still coaching them in some sort of way. So what we've done at the clinic is we've trained all the staff in coaching skills. Yeah. So because when people are in those sort of treatment environments, they'll talk to fucking anyone. Yeah. So when they speak to the people that are working in the kitchen, yeah, the kitchen staff are able to hold them in a way and ask powerful questions to support that person with their feelings. Because often people don't want to speak to the professionals because they feel too distant with the ZPD. The zone of so please don't underestimate the importance of your role, Diane. Please.
yeah, you've put that in a way that I've attempted to do but didn't as
And
well
that's
as what you
okay,
did.
Jamie. You'll get there. You'll get there. It's absolutely fine. Tom, what's your next step in your organization?
Next step is to, as it stands, our program is coming to an end in March. So I am looking for roles to move into, apply for, So as it stands, it's looking for a role that I'm wanting to go into. Really, that's my sort of next steps professionally. But alongside that is just continuing to grow and to learn as much as I can moving forward.
And where do you look for roles?
Internally, we get a lot of job advertisements internally, but then also use with our job, we'll come across a lot of other services. And if I look at a service and I think, oh, I admire what they do or I like what they do, I'll just go onto their website and look for roles that are coming available, vacancies and whatnot. So yeah,
All right.
that's sort of my next steps.
So you're actively looking.
Yeah.
Great. All right. So anyone out there you want to hire Tom, fucking reach out. Andrea, let's go to you as well.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. So
Yeah, that's why I've gotten to you.
yeah, I'm looking for a new job.
Okay. So you're looking for your new vocation.
Yep, the next steps.
Yeah. All right. Can you two get down to London on the 16th and 17th of February? For the
I'm going to ask about that because it would be something I'd be really interested in. I would love to come down, so I'll have to get it signed off by management first. But there is a pot of money still there for us for training and whatnot, so they'll no doubt they'll fund our trip down there, I think.
Okay, so just so everyone knows, I'm offering a free 2-day sober companion training here at the Academy in London to yeah, I mean basically just to, I mean I'm doing it for marketing exercise, you know. Let's much rather, instead of fucking putting posts on Facebook, let's bring a whole lot of people together and do a 2-day training around the role of sober companion. So get yourself to London, yep, and come and join us. Yeah. And Daisy, I expect you to get a whole load of people from Raw.
Yeah,
We're already putting that. We already discussed it this morning, didn't we, Daisy? I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm really keen to get some people there. So, yeah.
Okay. And Katie, I'm assuming that you won't be coming. Yeah, okay. Oh, fuck. That hurts my heart. Fuck.
One day, David, one day, who knows?
No, I really feel tearful in my eyes. I can really fuck, I've become so fond of you. Like just working with you for 18 months now, online, in this space, just really accommodating your environment and situation. And you fucking brought so much to the community and the containers. And fuck, I wish I could express that more eloquently. But
Yeah,
it's
that's eloquent enough.
yeah, so
Don't make me uncomfortable by doing it more.
It's all right, I'll come and I'll FaceTime Katie and hold her on a screen the whole day.
well, look, I mean, maybe we could bring you in on a screen if you wanted. I'm all for that. I'm all for getting creative. So if you're open to that, let's do something like that.
Always open to it. Always open to it. So I did my share just before I came on to here on a screen, on a big screen. Sometimes that's a bit much. I don't want any of that.
Okay, great. All right, Andrew, what are you learning, and what's going to take you to the next level in your organization?
I think just firstly touching on Katie's check-in about the word of the day. I think she got a role as Susie Dent on Countdown by the sounds of it. So, but yeah, my organisation, I suppose it's next. You've already promoted me to a team lead role, so that is my next sort of step, I guess. So the kind of experience of learning about that side of things will be beneficial to me then progressing. But because I'm newly in my role, it's just continuing learning what I'm doing, keep progressing, enjoy it, and just keep my recovery and well-being going at the same time. it's all a big journey, and I'm enjoying every step. And there's steps ahead, but I'm not looking too far ahead either. So it's all, yeah, all good. And yeah, I'm just enjoying where I am now.
Great. Daisy? Executive Director of Development, Daisy Ash from
It's
Roaring
me.
Kent.
Yep. My next step is to get over this cold, right? And then we'll think about the future.
So your
I don't-
next step is to have an afternoon nap, by the sounds of things.
Yes. No, I think in general it's I need my to move myself on in Raw is to kind of maybe push myself out of my comfort zone a little bit. I get very when I'm writing my bids or approaching people for money, I do still get very nervous about it. It's still uncomfortable for me. I think that's a general thing. People don't like asking for money, and I get that. But I need to just kind of push myself past that a little bit more. I mean, I have been doing it, but the time it takes me to get over myself and do it needs to shorten for us to kind of move forward, I think. And just being a little bit more, I don't want to say more harsh because I'm very well known for saying no to people, but to be a little bit more direct with the no's and be like, we need to charge for this, or we can't do that unless you are giving us money, because I feel at the moment, the culture is that we want to help, we want to be part of, we want to, support other organizations, other people. We want to support obviously everyone in recovery, but unless we charge or unless we put limits on ourselves in doing that, we are going to run ourselves into the ground, and then we can't help anyone, So that's where I see myself in the next couple of months, and Katie's going to hear me moaning about money all the time again, as usual.
So in the fourth sector block, you need to kind of take that line to the money. Guys, we need money for sustainability. I'm not asking for fucking handouts here. We bring value to the economy. Our skill set and professionalism adds value to the UK economy. Get your money out, you tight bastards.
Exactly.
Great.
Exactly that.
God, I always sabotage things with humor at the end of it because it was completely true what I just said. And then I felt uncomfortable and thought, oh, fuck, I better crack a joke. But actually it's not a very healthy behavior for our organization. Thank you, Daisy. Yep. Okay, who's next? Here comes Trish.
There I am. So I'm quite excited for the like I started my own smart in the hospital.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right.
On the weekly, and I've just got, and like this really excited me, my own little QR code. So like people will read, and like if they scan the QR code, I come up with my meeting. So
Wow.
that just made me day. So I'm excited because it's tomorrow, and that's been live for a week. So I'm hoping I get a few more faces tomorrow, a few new faces through it. But I'm getting faces anyway, and I'm getting people coming back, which is what it's all about. Like the main aim of a meeting is to get people back. So I'm doing that, but I just want it to grow. The bigger the better. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah.
That should be a name of a band. Trish and the QR code.
Yeah, I like the sound of that. It's got a ring to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Oh.
that's my plan. Just building up my smart, and I've started. So I'm doing my NVQ level 3 diploma in mental health and well-being, and I'm doing a team leading course because I got
Wow.
told I'd be good at it. So I thought, why not?
So NVQ's National Vocational Qualification.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, cool. So you see how that sits in the space of vocational work. There's academic pathway to bring professionalism to that.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Diane, what's your next step? You're just
Oh, I'm
snarling
back
at
on
the
now.
screen.
I'm snarling at my mouse.
Yeah, yeah.
My step is to do what I'm doing with you. Keep learning at work and trying to I'm going to say push myself in there. Might not be the right words, but that way forward. And keeping my eye out. There is a job actually going in Middlesbrough, but I don't particularly want to work in Middlesbrough, which is whatever reasons. For a community coach, if anybody wants it. But I would really love to coach where I am or in a rehab setting. But as it is, yeah, I'm sort of just taking it day by day, doing all this learning first and seeing what comes up. I get very good supervisions in which they give me lots of advice and how to work forward and stuff like that, and how to manage my frustrations that I can't do what I want to do all the time. But yeah, just to keep plodding on and going up and learning more and more and just moving up in my job, really.
Cool. All right, everyone. Well, I've just dropped into fatigue. All of a sudden, I've just gone woof, and it is almost 10 to 4. So let's do a quick checkout. Yeah, I've got another meeting at 4 o'clock, so hopefully I can have a 5-minute break. So, if you don't mind if we finish 5 minutes early. Yeah. So, Andrew, let's start with you. We'll go Andrew, Daisy, Katie, Trish.
Cheers, David. I'm checking out as good. Yeah, I feel like I've been sitting next to you all day today, David, for 4 hours. So no, it's been real good. Yeah, good day. I've enjoyed it all. Ready to have a bit of a break now, and yeah, enjoy your evening, everyone.
Cool. Daisy.
I've been having fun. I'm looking forward to my nap. Yeah, I've really enjoyed this afternoon. I'm glad I got the chance to come on. Also, David, could you reply to my email about our advisory board meeting after Christmas, please? Thank you.
Oh, fuck. Sure. When did you send it?
I sent it before Christmas.
Oh, God. All right, I'll have a look.
Thank you.
Katie.
Yeah, I'm checking out. Lots of food for thought from today. Enjoyed it as always. I loved how the eyes went to me, Daisy, when you said we keep agreeing to do things for nothing, because she knows I agreed to do something for nothing today. And I could feel the daggers coming at me. So that's very much like I've got to be mindful and start saying no. Yeah, I've got another meeting at 4. I've got to do a supervision. And actually, I really usually enjoy supervisions, but I'm not looking forward to this one because I've got to play a delicate, I've got to do a delicate dance with this one. So, yeah, I'm glad we're finishing early, so I get to have a fag before and all of that kind of stuff. But it's lovely to see you all. I'll pass to Trish. As David in his own little world.
Yeah.
No, I heard that.
Yeah, I'm checking out good. I always love these meetings. So yeah, really positive. looking forward to the future. Yeah, I'll talk about Jamie.
Yeah, I'm good. Love learning, love knowing more about, the space that we're working in and that. Looking forward to tomorrow or next week because I should be getting a caseload. So yeah, looking forward to onwards and upwards. And I'll tag Andrea.
Yeah, I'm good. Enjoyed the day. Won't be here next week, just letting you know. We're at the awards ceremony, so
Oh, fuck, yes, I'll also be there. So no meeting next week.
yeah. So well, there we go. Yeah, but I'm checking out good. Thank you. I'll pass to Tom.
Yes, I'm good, thank you. This is actually my 10th session today, but I will still log on. And I'll also be at the awards next week. Today, I really enjoyed it and good to hear everybody so honest and open. And I'll pass to Diane.
Yeah. I really enjoyed today, and it perks me up no end to have the connection with you all. Yeah, I won't be at the awards. Well, I might. Probably not. I'm having an operation on my eye on Wednesday, so I'll probably not. I don't really want to drive all the way up there with one eye, which is a bit of a yuck, but I can't refuse to go. So that's next Thursday, isn't it? So we'll be on Tuesday. There'll be one on Tuesday, won't there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully I'll get onto that one on Tuesday. And I look forward to that. And thank you all today for your input. It's been really interesting.
Great. Is that everyone?
You.
I check out with joy and a little bit of a caffeine headache. I've got a caffeine Snickers headache. I need to eat more healthily in my life. Bye-bye, everyone. See you
later.
See you in 2 weeks'
See you
time.
later.
2
Bye.
weeks' time.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye.
2 weeks. Bye, everyone. So, Daisy, you'll say